Hey you all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a transgender Q&A for you guys. I asked you guys on my Instagram a couple of days ago to submit in your questions. Any question that you have concerning me being transgender or anything you want to know about being transgender and all that stuff. And you guys came hard with the And you guys went hard with the questions. Like, I got so many questions. And yeah. Anyways, today is June 1st and today is the first day of Pride Month, which is June. And I'm gonna have videos concerning and celebrating Pride throughout like June, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, before we get into this Q&A, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And don't forget to turn your post notifications on so that you can get notified for all the videos that I'm gonna upload in the near future. And don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm only on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And they're all Glammedbygigi. So yeah, if you want to know the tea on the trans community, then keep on watching. Oh, by the way, you guys, are you loving this like trans flag inspired look? Like, I'm living. Anyways, I'm gonna start with the questions, and I got a shit ton of questions. So the first question is, does it bother you when they use the pronoun he to refer to you? Actually, yes, it does bother me, especially now that I'm on hormones. This subject is really getting to me. Like, every time someone misgenders me or something, I'm like... But I understand that some people don't know, but like when you see someone that is presenting more of a feminine aspect, like, at least have some respect and just like, even if you're 100% sure that that person is trans, but like, at least, just have some respect. Anyways, the second question is, how did you know you wanted to be a transgender and not just a guy interested in makeup? Just because of the fact that I never identified as a guy, and the fact that I was presenting as a guy and wearing makeup was kind of my, me expressing myself. Makeup was the only way that I was able to kind of express myself. I never wanted to be seen as a guy in makeup. But that's what people kind of, understood from that. And yeah, so now everyone's confused. But yeah, I'm not a guy. I'm born male, but whatever, you know what I mean. The next question, they get periods, plus you slay and do whatever makes you happy and comfortable with your life? Oh, thank you, baby. Do we get periods? No, I wish. Alright, so the next question is, something has been surfacing around about how gay men can't put makeup on. What do you have to say about that? And do you personally feel any type of way when you see non-transgender women, aka gay men, putting on makeup? I love you, queen. Oh no, thank you. I love you too, baby. How I feel about like gay men wearing makeup? I live, like, some of them are just like, I do support them, of course, and I kind of went through looking like a guy and wearing makeup and like everything that comes with it. It's very hard, and kudos to everyone that does it. Like, the gay men and like drag queens and stuff like that wear makeup. Some of them do makeup better than I do. Like, do you? Makeup is not only for women. Everyone can wear makeup, and like when I see people in general wearing makeup, I'm like, yes, bitch, yes, because makeup is like, is my life. So I just get so happy when seeing people like rocking blue lipstick or black or like yellow, I don't know, like colors, and like just expressing themselves throughout makeup. I just live. So the next question is, this might be way too personal and I completely understand if you don't like to answer, but are you planning on doing facial feminization surgery or any other surgeries? Love you. I love you too. Facial feminization surgery, not really. like unclockable bitch, but I don't know, like I'm still not sure about the facial feminization surgery, but of course I'm gonna be getting like breast augmentation and fat, you know, transfer and the SRS of course, and you know, all those stuff. But like anything that has to do with my face, like I don't think so. Okay, so the next question is, how do you keep all the negative comments and haters behind your back, and how to be confident as you? I love you so much. I love you too. How I keep the negative comments, I never let it get to me. Do you know what you know what I mean? I never let it get to me. I always, you know, read my comments and my DMs and everything, but I just never answer if it's something negative. Like I just process it in my mind as like, okay, this person feels that type of way about me, next. You know, I never let it get to me, especially when like I'm in a good mood or whatever. Like I don't want something like that to get to me. And the haters and, you know, the people that I encounter in my everyday life, I also like just ignore that shit. I'm like, I'm trying to have a good time, please don't. So how to be confident as you. I'm gonna have a video about confidence. I am not actually this confident. Like so many people think I'm so confident, and so I'm not. Like I have so many insecurities, and I am not that confident, but I'm gonna have a video about confidence coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. After Pride Month, of course. The next question, what's the best advice you would give to a trans who's in a homophobic country and planning to get out in the next 5 years? I mean, like, to stay motivated. I relate to that on such a personal level because that's me. I live in Lebanon, and this country is very homo and transphobic, so anyways, what the advice I would give you is to just give it time. Everything will work out eventually, and if you're planning to, you know, leave the country, just try to work and put a lot of money aside so that, you know, you have the resources to be able to, like, you know, fly to another country and, you know, accommodate yourself and all that. That's the only advice I can give you, honestly. Just give it time. Just don't rush things, you know. I think you're still very young and you have, you know, life ahead of you. Anyways, the next question, how did you come out to your parents, and do you think that you get more hate than love, or the opposite? Love you, Gigi. I love you too. How did I come out to my parents? You can watch my coming out story. I will link it in the description box down below. And do I get more hate or love? I want to say that I get more hate than, like, on social media I get more love. But in real life, I get more hate. Like wherever I go, I get stared at. People like try to make fun of me or try to take pictures of me or whatever. And I always, like, you know, see, like I can always, you know, clock a bitch that's trying to, you know, talk shit about me. So yeah, I like on social media, it's all love. I rarely get hate. But in real life, you know, these bitches is trying me all the time. So yeah. The next question, I would like to stay anonymous, but what do you have to say to people who argue that God gave you a man's body and you should accept and love yourself the way he created you, and basically use religion to argue and say who you are is sinful? And to the people who ask, how would you know you're really trans? Alright, so the first question is, what do I say to people that argue that God, you know, gave me a man's body and stuff? I just don't argue with those people because I am not religious in any type of way. I might be wearing a cross right now, but it's just aesthetic. Like, you know, I like how it looks, but I am not religious at all. I am born Christian, but I just don't care about religion. I have my own type of you know, we can talk about that in a later video, but if like, what do I have to say to those people? I just don't say anything. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And the second question she asked is, how would you know you're really trans? It's like, oh, this is a hard question. Like, how to know if you're trans? I guess like you know, you might identify, like, if you feel like you identify as the opposite sex you were born with. I don't know, like, we should also do like a video on that too. But yeah, to answer your question, and to the people who say what I'm doing is sinful, bitch, I'm already going to hell. I already have a seat reserved for me down there, so who cares? Who cares? Just live your life. So the next question is, do you plan on detransitioning? Like, I'm still in the beginning of my transition right now. Like, I haven't been on hormones for 3 months yet, and you're asking me like that question? Like, girl, what the fuck, bye. And the second question is, when did you get a boobs job? Boobs? Whatever. I didn't. I've been getting so many questions lately about my boobs because, you know, I've been posting, because, you know, I've been flooding my boobs on social media, but I didn't get a boob job yet. I didn't get like breast augmentation or anything. It's just, you know, the hormones working their magic. And I actually started wearing push-up bras lately, which is God, and my boobs have been looking so good, even though like I still have small boobs considerably. I'm gonna show you more. I'm gonna tell you more about this in my 3 months HRT video, which is coming at the end of this month. So yeah, but I didn't get a boob job yet. Alright, so the next question is, hi Gigi, thank you so much for being someone who wants to make a difference. God bless you. Anyways, my question is that, what is the one thing you wish you could tell the closeted transgender people in Lebanon who cannot come out because of their harsh circumstances? I would also tell you the same thing I told the person earlier in this video. Just wait. Everything will work out for you. Don't rush things. I know it's hard. I know it's very hard, but try to get your money, try to work, try to be independent, and just try to especially in Lebanon, it's very hard to be transgender, openly transgender, and I'm kind of trying to change that, because like there's me and like 5 probably other transgender, like openly transgender people in Lebanon, which kind of sucks. There are a lot, but the ones that are open and just, you know, kind of advocates to the trans community are just like 5 or 6 or maybe like 10, but still 10 is nothing. So I would tell you to just, you know, I would tell you, just trust in yourself, just wait, everything will work out for you. Like, I get so emotional when I get questions like these, because I don't know, I really want to make a change, and it's so hard. It's so hard. I know what transgenders in Lebanon are going through, and around the world too, not only in Lebanon. The next question is, who are your fave queens in Beirut? Love you, bitch. I love you too, baby. But how is this question related to being transgender? Can I know? Alright. How did you feel after the surgery? Of course, you were happy, but you know, did it feel different? I didn't have, you know, for the record, I still didn't have surgery yet, so I cannot really answer your question, but yeah, thank you for hitting me up though. Alright, you guys, the next questions are from Rania, which if you watched my past Q&As, she always has a million questions for me, and she does it again. So her first question is, what was it like to be a newly transitioned woman in the Lebanese society? It was hard. It still is hard, and I'm trying to, you know, break the ice and just let people just open up about this subject. It's kind of hard, very hard actually, but you know, I'm getting through it. And I'm gaining a lot of people's respect, so yeah. Did you hesitate before making the decision of becoming trans, or were you completely determined? Just like, you never become trans, you transition, but you never become trans. I was always trans. Anyways, I was very hesitant before starting with my transition. Like, before even, you know, starting to put makeup on and just be expressive and stuff, I was very hesitant. And I was very hesitant to even tell my mom about it, like to tell my mom I want to transition. But now, like, now that I did it, now that I started with it, I'm just at a happy place. I'm finally able to be myself, to be fully myself, and just, you know, express myself the way I really should. So yeah, it just feels so good, and I'm just at a very happy place right now. Her next question is, was your family's response positive or negative towards your decision? Family, I cannot tell because I do not speak to anyone from my family. I don't really have like a close relationship to any of, like, you know, my family members. I actually hate them all. But like my parents, they were very supportive. They still are, and they just helped me with everything. And how does it feel like being trans in a society full of criticism towards this topic? I already answered that like a million times. Next question is, do you work with any association belonging to the LGBT community? Yes, I do. I'm actually a volunteer / activist with Hilm, which is one of the many Lebanese NGOs that fight for LGBT rights. I'm gonna link their Facebook page down below. The next question is, do you know any other trans Lebanese citizens? Yes, of course. There are a lot of them. I have a lot of trans friends, and even though like not all of them are out or like just, you know, being able to live their life as a trans person, but like there are a lot, like so many. And her last question is, was Gigi your first suggestion for a new name, or did you have others in mind? If yes, what were they? Actually, like, the story about my name is actually very weird. Like, I never had ideas about what my name could be, honestly. But actually, like 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, you know, like my friends just started calling me Gigi, like out of a sudden, and I just roll with that name. Like everyone started calling me Gigi, like, you know, like my surroundings and stuff, and I just rolled with it. Alright, so the next questions are from Noor, which I love her, shout out to her. So her first question is, what does the pills are supposed to have effect on you? Girl, have you even read your questions before sending them? So the pills, I think she means the hormones. Just wait for my HRT video at the end of this month. Stay tuned, turn your post notifications on. Any surgeries you want to have other than removing down there? Yes, I want to get breast augmentation. I already talked about that, but removing down there is like, you know, the surgery I'm excited the most for, because I'll be talking about this soon. Okay, so what is the hardest thing about being transgender? I'm gonna be uploading a video very soon, which is 10 things transgender people struggle from coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. And the last question, did becoming transgender affected on your friendships? All love and support to my queen. Girl, you should have read your questions before submitting them, because girl, this, oh my god, my head, like, did it affect my friendships? It kind of did. Like, some people kind of didn't want to be friends with me anymore because I was being very outrageous and stuff, and some of them just stick there and were there for me, which I really appreciate. Shout out to all the people that were there for me and that still are. I love you guys so much, but yeah, it's very hard. Like, you don't know how it feels unless you're in that situation, so you know. But yeah. Alright, so the last question, I think, is from a very close friend of mine, and this is like the perfect question to end this video. This person is asking me, how are you feeling? I am feeling great. I am so happy, and like, I am not at a depressed or like negative place anymore. I'm just so happy. Like, I'm just so excited for this journey, and I'm so excited to take you guys on it with me. I'm just feeling good, I'm looking good, and I'm having a good day too. This was the last question I had. Some of the questions I didn't really answer because I already had similar questions asked. But I want to thank every single one of you for submitting your questions, and I also want to thank every single one of you for the love, for the support, and for always being there for me. And you should know that I'm always there for you, and whether you want like advice or makeup tips or whatever you want, I'm always here. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Bye!